So Deshae Frost, 7 million subscribers, Twitch streamer, actor, and at one point even had his own dating show on YouTube. Sounds like a success story, right? But what happens when the person behind the camera, your editor, your director, the person that saw everything, what happens when they decide they can't keep quiet anymore? Because that's exactly what happened to Deshae Frost. And what came out is ugly. Okay, so here's what we know. The person who directed 10 episodes of Deshae Frost's dating show suddenly posted a clip of Deshae hitting a woman on a boat during filming. And what he captions under the post is very interesting. He says, "The reason I quit directing, no man should ever hit a woman. I pray that the Lord my God, Jesus Christ, forgives me." He's asking God for forgiveness just for being in the room with this guy. Let that sit for a second. Now, people online are already saying it's fake, it's scripted, it's AI, but here's where it gets sticky. The woman in that clip came forward, and her name is Dae Savage, and she made an IG post that even said, "Yeah, he hit me." She confirmed that Deshae hit her after she wouldn't let him sleep with her, allegedly. Think about that. You bring women onto your platform, your production, your show, a place where you have power and authority, and one of them refuses to sleep with you, so you put hands on her? That's not drama, that's a crime. But hold on, it gets worse. And I mean significantly worse. See, everyone's focused on the boat clip, and they should be, but what I haven't seen anyone talking about is what has been happening or behind the scenes. This wasn't his friend that leaked it. This wasn't an ex-girlfriend that was disgruntled. This was his director, a professional, someone who was paid to be there. And that man looked at what he saw and said, "I can't do this anymore." He didn't just quit. He told the world too. Granted, I think this is about 3 years after everything happened, but why? Now think about it. When was the last time you heard an editor or a director speaking publicly about something like this? They never do, because usually they sign NDAs or they know that their next paycheck depends on their discretion. So why now? Why is he revealing all this information all of a sudden? And there's another clip circulating right now about Deshae Frost saying how he would uppercut a woman if she slapped him.
So if someone come and slap you right now, what would you do?
I'm going to fight.
A girl right now, one of the girls right now slapped you. What would you do?
I'm going to uppercut her.
You're going to fight a woman?
If she hits me, yes. If you can hit a man, you can get hit like a man.
This isn't just a one-time thing. This is a pattern. And then you have the blue face situation.
You think she's a streamer?
You think you caught that? You talking about, okay, let me not.
No, we don't care. We'll run a train on her.
Nah,
We're going to train her, bro.
that's crazy. Why you on this? I'm still talking about who you think you is.
Hey, it's for aesthetic.
So these things have been happening, but we just brush it off as Deshae being Deshae. So let me just get the full picture together. This was a production and a pattern of women repeatedly being mistreated, abused, according to one of the victims, even assaulted. And the one person who had all of the information finally revealed it 3 years later. If you like this breakdown, hit the subscribe button, but let's get back to the story. Look, I'm gonna keep this real simple because we all know you shouldn't be putting your hands on women. That's like an extreme case where your life is in danger. And what are the odds of that, realistically? Again, you do not put your hands on women. Full stop. That's it. There's no context, there's no excuse, there's no reason. And what makes matters worse, in my opinion, is this man had power in this situation. You have security guards, you have production, you have the other contestants who were trying to, get on your good side. And this is what you resort to? This woman was a guest. She was invited to be there by Deshae. And when she exercised her right to say no, which is a right, she was assaulted. That's not a man who lost his temper. That's a man with a little ego who thinks the rules don't apply to him. Now, has Deshae responded? No. Silence. And honestly, that silence speaks volumes. Because if this was fake, he would have been on top of this quickly and would have been denying it. 7 million subscribers and you have nothing to say? The internet never forgets, and it notices when you're being this quiet. And to the editor, I respect the move. I just wish you would have done it a little bit sooner. However, I can still say it takes a lot of courage to do something like this in an industry where you may not get a next check. Like, he may have just ruined his career by doing this. But Time will tell. Some things are bigger than a check, and protecting women out there is definitely one of them. Now, I want to hear from all of you. Type accountability if you think Deshae needs to answer for this, or type cap if you think that there's more to this story. I'm DTV. Peace.